In continuing coverage for our Cartel Tycoon San Rafaela DLC, it is now time for us to expand our enterprise to other regions. We've kind of exhausted most of the fertility in this region, and, well, it says right here in Campaign Trail 1, we need to capture all southern regions. That means Rio Manos and Monteleon. So both of these are things we need to get. And it makes more sense to do the one that's closest to us, of course. And so the process of doing that, since we are pretty financially stable at the moment, albeit I don't think we're washing things fast enough, we're going to go over and talk to the mayor and see if we can expand. But before we do that, loyalty is really low and it needs something. We need to do something about it. Now, as you know, I am looking to get that cathedral, but that requires 80,000 in legal money, and this thing is just steadily dropping. We don't want it to fall to 0 because then the locals will kill the capo. That doesn't end the game. It just means that whoever's the highest rank from there takes over the organization, and then you lose all of their normal perks. And the first capo usually has a lot of perks to them. So we don't want our capo to die, of course. So I'm going to go a little cheap and go to Charitable Foundation because it gives a loyalty action on high, and the one-time increase is high as well. We really want more loyalty. And so to help the people out, we are going to just use our dirty money that we're not washing very fast anyway. We're going to build a charitable organization right in here. In order to do that, we need to get the money from here, from the residents, and bring it over into here. And at the moment, all of our dirty money, in fact, is going to the jewelry store. So I can pay like this, right? Do not pay illegal money and pay with legal instead. Or I can, again, use the dirty money that we have. So there's a little bit in here, and it's kind of trickling in. And what I'd like to do is hire more lieutenants to help us out in the actions that are going to be over here, which no doubt requires some combat, and also to help moving money around so that we can keep Capo at the border for his extra perk that he's granting us there. All right, so here's how we want to do this. We have some money in there, right? I'm going to go ahead to the residents, going to hire recruits, and I can get both of these guys. Kumar's going to move slowly. His movement speed is pretty low. Mark's is higher, and that's good. He has ability to move, and that's pretty much it. Deliver things, right? So we're going to get both of these guys. The thing to note about Kumar, though, there's a couple of things that we have to point out. One, he has a terror preference, which means that he likes either offense or chaos. Like, he basically likes it to be the lowest possible or the highest possible. Nothing in the middle. It's a little bit weird to me, but okay. He also has infamous, so terror grows when he's in the cities. We don't want this character to ever be in the city. He's always going to be outside the city. So as long as we keep him out of the city, we're good. He also has suppressive fire. This allows the lieutenant to use weapons, which is a new resource I've never used before in this game. Sounds a little weird, but I played 3 playlists for this game so far, and the last time I played, weapons as a resource wasn't in the game. So this guy can use weapons for a special attack that reduces the enemy's power. It requires at least 20 weapons. So we'll have to probably collect weapons, which would be good. However, he does have some extra perks in here that I think is going to help us out with this. He has Scavenger. After a battle is won, some extra weapons will spawn at the site of the battle. So presumably we could just collect those. We're going to hire Kumar. And then Mark Harris is here. He's got some decent perks in the future, but mostly I'm just going to use him as a person that's going to, run around and do my bidding for me, right? All right, so if we take a look at La Pluma here, he has a couple abilities that really stack well. He's got sole proprietorship, which is already increasing money laundering by 15%. This will stack with laundering manager, which is going to increase the laundering volume by 10% in a specific area too. So these two things together are great. I don't particularly need these. I don't have a university yet, for example, but it would be nice. I think negotiator would be an interesting thing to have. And we also have released these buildings. This is very situational to where this is constantly and passively moving. So I like things that are like all the time useful and constantly passive. I like that better than something that's situational, although having a building released for free is a pretty cool thing to have. Somebody is going to need to have that, but this guy is going to be sitting in cities a lot for laundering money. We're going to go with negotiator here. Again, I don't need it yet. It is going to increase his upkeep, which means he's going to pay for it right now. I'm going to be paying for it right now, but I can't get him progress in his level up until I get him from Halcon to Sicario. I need to get him into Sicario so that he can move on to the next rank from there. So I'm going to go and promote him. So he's in Sicario. And this is what our cartel looks like for now. We have Wagner. He has a promotion available, but I'm not going to promote him. And as annoying as it is, most of his perks, until you get way over here, most of his perks are pretty much useless. I already have Dryer 1, I already have Farm 2, I already have Workshop 1, and I already have Warehouse 2. So none of these things matter to me. It is until you get here, which is the same thing that our Capo has already, or Opium Dealer, which I'm sure it's common, it's going to be easy to get, and we'll absolutely have access to the first chemical plant before he gets to be Capo. So this guy is just going to sit at the bottom of the food chain, at least until he decides to leave. All right, so we need to help with loyalty here. We're now at humility, which is bad. We need to get it up there. So I'm going to deliver money. It's 8,000 in cash here. I'm going to deliver unlimited money to the city coffers if I can. At least, is it supposed to go to the city coffers, or does it go? Well, it won't matter. If it goes in the city storage, I think that that's going to be enough. But we're going to have this guy basically be in charge of moving money like that, okay? And if we can get that charitable foundation up, we could start doing some charity work and start helping the local community. That will build... waiting for construction money to arrive. So I think you're supposed to deliver it directly to... Here, let's see if you can do it. Deliver, yeah, unlimited money to construction site. There it is. There it goes. So he'll just be delivering it for us. So this construction site now needs $13,000 more. And hopefully we can do that. If it gets to the point where it's looking really bleak here, then I will go ahead and spend the rest with legal money. Kumar is going to take a trip over to Rio Manos to try to help out this mayor, because that's the only way you can gain control of a region is by going through the mayor. So to talk to the mayor, we're going to take a look and talk to Maria Isabel Carrillo, right? And if you take a look at her bio with this little icon right here, says she's a master negotiator thanks to her childhood bartering for food on the Soldoso streets. Mayor Carrillo, I can't say the double R very well. It's a hard one for non-native speakers to say usually. Mayor Carrillo oversees the region's balance sheet closely, always looking for where there's a trade to be made. Wastefulness makes her angry. Inefficient staff will be fired. Want to make her happy? Make a compromise. All right. Maria Isabel Carrillo, with a single R now. Devs. Typos. Meets Guillermo Falco at the office with a door with a handshake and a determined tone. Make no mistake, senor. Under normal circumstances, I would not have been so quick to welcome a narco... this is the other word I have a hard time with last time. Narco traficante into my office. The office, it's a trafficker in narcotics. The office is a legacy of diplomacy. An antique 7-drawer Rococo revival desk gifted by a British MP. Emerald green velvet drapes courtesy of the French ambassador. Boxes of cigars from Cuba, which actually aren't that special. Like, they're good, I guess, I'm told. I'd never smoked one, but I'm told they're good, but like they're only really special in the United States just because of being illegal. There's really not that much difference. Sartorial ties from Italy and a small ticking grandfather clock from the Chinese delegation. Also, cigars from Cuba in South America like this would not be that big of a deal. I didn't realize I'd need to bring a gift. Then allow me. Carrillo places a dried out cannabis leaf on the desk. Flowers? Senora, you make me blush. What land we do have has always been good for growing cannabis. And so medical exports across the world became our leading industry and made our humble Rio Manos into one of the wealthiest regions in the country. But there will always be those seeking to take advantage of the success of others. And the region is occupied by a gang. Okay, control. So I'll just cut to the chase here. What does she want me to do here, right? You want me to take out the gangs? That's usually what happens in these scenarios. Occupied by the gang, destroy their production, allow you to move your produce uninterrupted into the city. Okay, cool. So she first wants us to recapture the river pier. That's the first task we have to do for this mayor. So we're going to take Kumar, who specializes in his combat with his 3 strength, and we're going to get him some experience by going to the pier and taking it out. The river pier is in ruins, and it has a 2 strength, and he's got a 3 strength, so that'll be an easy fight for him. While he's doing that, you should be moving money automatically, right? Boom, he did. Okay, so I should see this building. I think it is now going. Yes. All right, so you can stop your deliveries. That's good. And you can then move back over to the residence where there's more money for you to move into laundering. I don't actually know why anyone would shift laundering volume down. The only thing I can think of is maybe this has an impact on loyalty. It doesn't say it anywhere as far as I can tell. I've even went to the help part here, which I probably should just like tick all of these so that that thing's not glowing all the time. I don't exactly know where the tutorial is on laundering. Weapons is a good thing to look at, actually. A legal resource that can also be used in war. Weapons give your lieutenants a temporary stacking bonus to their power. Every 10 weapons adds +1 to your lieutenant's total power. The bonus is only active if the weapons are located in the building where the war is taking place, and there's at least one of your lieutenants in this building. Weapons do not work with a lieutenant. Well, yeah, I mean, you know, the guns don't shoot themselves, okay? Somebody does it. That makes sense. The quantity of weapons in the building gradually decreases during conflict, and therefore the benefit they provide to the lieutenant's power will decrease too. So the longer the war goes on, the less weapons will have an impact overall. And it also sounds like if we're going to use weapons to increase, we really want to stack a whole bunch of people in there to finish that war as fast as possible to minimize how many weapons we lose. I think that's kind of what it looks like. Weapons can be placed and stored in any building as long as the building is under your control. So weapons seems to be something that we would be using for defense, unless the lieutenant has them in their car or something. Using a lieutenant's delivery order, you can move weapons to enemy buildings, but they cannot be stored there if there are no allied lieutenants already in the building. Okay, so you can acquire weapons a number of ways. So this basically means that while we're fighting the war, other lieutenants can be bringing weapons in, basically. You can acquire weapons in a number of ways. Buying them through agreements with some enemy gangs, buying them from the military base. New things for the military base, cool. Buying them from the area depot, or exchanging them for other resources in the guerrillas camp. Weapons can also be packaged and sold like any other illegal resource at a penalty of terror. Yeah, we're probably not going to be using that for our main export. Using that to take over territory, probably. Anyway, if I go to the money section, this is where they talk about washing money, and it doesn't really tell me, I haven't seen anyway, any mention of whether the different modes have like a negative impact on loyalty. But I do see loyalty going down fast, so it leads me to believe that this one is maybe hitting loyalty harder than usual. So with that done, if I had the charitable organization going, that would be good. But this is 2 days left, and you can see this is dropping pretty fast. So I'm just going to see if I can mitigate that by going down to the lowest laundry mode, see if that plays any role in helping us out there. We have a lot of money, actually, too. So I'm thinking also another residence would be a good idea here. We have access to the Pathos residence. It reduces upkeep for all buildings within the radius of this residence. This residence can be used to deliver money from smuggling points to laundering and production buildings. Can also hire new lieutenants here. Same thing as everything else. But if I place this like right here, it's reducing the upkeep for like all of this stuff. It's a really powerful residence that we used last time too. And if I can get this in range of every building, it just has a huge reduction in upkeep for everything. Look at that. If I place this right here, that's pretty damn sick. Getting in range of the aerodrome seems like it could be interesting too, because the upkeep cost here is pretty high. So all of these are pretty low, but there's a lot of buildings here. So let's see if I can place this Pathos residence. It's $25,000, but I think it'll gradually pay for itself. If I can place this in a location, and I'm seeing... Okay, this warehouse is actually completely useless to me. I'm paying upkeep on that too. That's silly. So I want to place the Pathos residence. It gives me more trucks too. Is a very important thing too. Is also you get more trucks. So if I can get close enough, just close enough. I have to be on the other side because I can't get that warehouse too. Right. Get the warehouse. Yeah, right there. Those fields can just take a hike. I'm fine with it. Okay, we're gonna do this. I'm gonna get a little gravel road that takes it from here and goes there, and then we're gonna build this. If we can, we're going to try and build this with dirty money if it'll let me do it. It is one in line, so you see that this building is not building yet. Has to wait in line. Only one thing can construct at a time. And at the moment, we are constructing the charitable foundation to help with the loyalty. So we can't do anything until that's completed. Yeah. All right, so I'll have to wait on that too. It may be that. I think it... No, the demolition's also taking place over here too. So it looks like we can demolish things too. This is going to be great for our money, though. This Pathos residence is awesome, and it covering all these things is a really big bonus for me. Plus, the extra trucks is going to be really helpful. All right. So, nothing to sell at the checkpoint, eh? That seems a little sus, if you ask me. We might want to move Guillermo over and deal with this for now. He won't be able to get here in time for this fight, but these guys usually want me to clear all the enemy gangs, right? So we're going to need to clear all these buildings anyway. And so having a Huevo over there to help with that is just going to speed up the process. And hopefully, I don't know if it's over time or if it's just damage dealt or whatever. But hopefully, I believe it's a combination of things maybe. I'm hoping that I can take these things out really quickly so that the terror rises slower. That's what I'm hoping for anyway. So syntax 1 is done. And so the next thing she wants us to do is Sea of Fire. Destroy all production buildings in the regions. Basically take out all 18 farms is what she wants. Apparently there are 18 farms here. That does look like about 18. So we don't want the terror level to rise to this level if we can avoid it. So we'll try to go into, let's say, that farm and this farm like that. This should be really high, like a 5-on-1 here, so that should be taken very quickly. What I'm hoping is, because it's taken so quickly, the terror will go up really slowly. And you can see our loyalty is now really ramping up because we just built that charitable foundation, which is great. So that one-time loyalty increase that it does is the loyalty increase you get when you build the building. And then we have the loyalty increase that happens on execution here. And the duration lasts a couple of days. So our loyalty has now been brought up to all the way up to acceptance. And we need to get there so our citizens don't lose control. But if I hit this execute button here, I can stack this and bring it up even higher. So that's going to cost me 12 grand, but I can bring that loyalty up way higher. And with that, they will be a lot more supportive of me. We want them to be very supportive. Let's do that really quickly. It's 5-on-1. Very good. Yep, we're just getting this. We'll move over to this farm and move you to this farm too. Yep, get there. We should always move Komar first. Now, this is probably going to trigger this, right? And so what I want to see happens here is what I'm going to do is I'm going to talk to the mayor here and see if I can get him to freeze that left active star. And so to freeze this, by putting the right sum of money in the right hands, I can turn a blind eye for a little while at least. All right, so how do you agree with this? So all I have to do is I will lose a little bit of loyalty, right? And $10,000 in legal money. It cost me $10,000 and I'll lose a little bit of loyalty, but I just gained the loyalty. And that's what I've been working on, is gaining loyalty to try to offset it. So I can get to work here. It's going to cost me $10,000 in legal money, but I can freeze this star while it's already not active. All right. So now, as we raise the terror up, it will not get the police involved for at least another 40 days. That's going to allow us to clear this out without getting the cops involved, which is going to be great. So we're just going to keep moving. Let's move Kumar first. We'll move you over to here. And yep, we're just going to do this as fast as possible. That's why we're getting Capo in there too. Now we're down to humility again. So to help counteract that, we're going to go ahead and pay this $12,000 in this charitable organization here for this High Rollers night. Has a very high loyalty increase for $12,500. So for 2 days, we're going to have a ramp up in loyalty once again. Really trying to manipulate that bar to keep these guys happy with me while also staving off the cops here. So I'm going to try to do both while Kumar goes over and just terrorizes everything here. That's what we want to do. I could do two at once if I got, like, say, Mark Harris, for example. I could get him involved to move over to this crop. It's 1v1 here. But if I was to move Capo over to the same field, I believe it's this one, right? If I move Capo over to the same field, I think it's this one, then what happens is that I can then take two at once like this. Now that's going to ramp terror up a lot faster. And so we are going to have to chill after a little second here. And I am going to chill as soon as this one's taken, because I have 40 days to bring down the terror level now. 37 days now to bring down the terror. So let's hold up. Let's chill for a bit. Okay. Let's not go nuts. Actually, we'll just keep Kumar where he is. And then Capo, let's move you back to the border to help with the routes. And we'll move you back to the residence. Actually, there's a Pathos residence here, which is great. Pathos residence needs to have a connection to the border so that it can go get the money. And then we're also going to want you to have a connection to the jewelry store so that we can start laundering things. Very good. This is getting full, right? $37,000 in this residence. So we're going to want to move that to the jeweler so we can start laundering it. I don't know if laundering money faster is actually influencing this at all. I really don't know. So I'm going to ramp it up and just have it be full blast and see what happens here. We have a means of reducing that. We have a means of combating that now with the charitable organization. So I think it's going to be fine. But we're just going to have one of our lieutenants here just constantly bringing money in to launder it here. And then this one here can distribute funds for dirty money too. And it's important that I got these things in there because certain buildings like the warehouse, for example, can now be maintained with illegal money. So since they can be maintained with illegal money, we're going to want to go ahead and make sure that they are. So that's going to reduce our costs substantially on the legal side of things. So the farm is only $1. That farm is $1, guys. That's crazy. And it's creating lots of coffee here. Do we have a shortage of anything? Let's see. So you have a ton of coffee. You have a ton of coffee as well. We're just missing the opium. So we're having a problem keeping up with opium. So we wanted to put a plantation here, right? Is what I was planning to do here, I think. If I go to a plantation, should be a way. It's too steep. Ugh. That's no good. Maybe I can replace this one. This is the coffee field. We can afford to replace the coffee field because we have a lot of coffee. So let's actually tear that coffee field down and see if I can get a plantation right there. I'm not sure what we can do with the ferry station. We have a little bit of cash though, so I'm considering just repairing it and seeing if that helps me at all. Rapayet Grenier is available. Let's see what he's like. So Payaso. He can deliver things. That's nice. He also has quick recovery. Lieutenant's endurance recovers faster out of combat. So endurance is a new thing too. We didn't have that before. And I don't know if that's going to tell me about that here. It doesn't seem like it does. Doesn't seem like it does. So there's still some things in the manual here that aren't really discussed all that well. But if I was to look at you, the terror is right where you like it. That's good. Didn't go overboard there. Novato there, yeah. Endurance, right here. Power loss chance inactive, injury chance inactive. Okay, so I think they have to maybe go back to the residence to recover. Is that how that works? You're not going to be doing anything for a while, so I'm going to have you do that actually. I'm just going to send you back to the residence for now. And then now that we've got that field out of the way, I want to see if a plantation will go here for opium. Too steep. And that's really unfortunate because, like, that's a perfect spot for this. Are you kidding me right now? All right, hold on. Maybe we get rid of the roads? Is there anything I can do about the steepness? It doesn't seem like something I would have a whole lot of control over, I don't think. Not in this game, anyway. And it just isn't gonna fit here. It's just too steep. Damn. Anywhere? Okay, over here I get 60%, 64%. I mean, one plantation is pretty good, but I mean, you're gonna place something like a plantation. You know, it's expensive to place, and you really want to have as much as possible here. It looks like here 71%, 87. 89. This might be good enough for me to place it with 89%. That might be good enough for me to place. Is there like a rotational thing I can do to make this a little bit better? 89% seems to be the only thing I can get here. Yeah. 79, 87. No, oh, 99 right there. I don't know why, but it'll place it there at 99 and I'm in. Let's do that. So that's going to give me 99% opium. Perfect. And it's in range of that residence, which is also perfect. Let's make this gravel road come right back through here. With this much opium, we probably are going to need more coffee, but you know what? We have lots of coffee stocked already, so no big deal. Go ahead and put that there. And then we're going to man it. I think we're going to have this definitely be upkept with dirty money. And we have plenty of dirty money in there to do that. So that residence is going to be busy. Seems pretty good. We have manageable expenses right now, which is perfect for this. And yeah, let me see what your... I think this is going up. You want this full, I think is what it is. You have full endurance. Yeah, that's how that works. Okay, so we'll just have you stop. You don't need to deliver things anymore. We have the residences for that. And Capo's just hanging out over here. His endurance is fine. You are full on coffee. We definitely don't need any more coffee fields, but this plantation is going to be great for us, for sure. Let's go ahead and have the workshops also managed by dirty money if possible. Transport company is the same either way. Farms are usually the same either way. Yeah, most of the farms are the same either way. We could maybe get... The thing is, if you have enough of these managed with dirty money, the residence gets really bogged down with that. So this residence going to the jewelry store, we probably don't need. I mean, it's gonna save. It's gonna save stuff in storage. So I think it'll probably be all right. But I don't know. Let's check out the research right now. We have a lot of dirty money. I need to wash it. So for research, I'm gonna go with. I think Transport Company 2 would be good. Have more trucks. Bigger trucks, more export connections. Issue though is that we don't have enough legal money for that. Research takes place with legal money. Don't have enough for that. We could actually just take another route, but this is only going to affect Transport Company 1. If I'm going to go to 2, then I might as well not even bother with this research anymore. So Workshop 2. I think we definitely want the Workshop 2. We'll save up to 40,000 for Workshop 2. And it looks like we have all this money, man. It just needs to go get washed. It just isn't being washed. Look at this. Like, we're about to fill this up. Acceptance, loyalty's dropping. We got 27 days to get the terror down. I wonder if there's something I can do about that. We get loyalty up. Can't do this yet because it's got a 2-day, it's got a cooldown, right? No, we're just lacking funds for that. Go ahead and have that managed with dirty money, and you're just outside of range for that, so I'm gonna have to add that as a connection point manually. Same thing with this field. We'll do the same thing, add you as a custom connection there. We can get money brought into these fields. And that should be great for us. Package the stuff up. Now it's mostly coffee, right? And so you can see selling coffee here, it's going to increase terror, which is what we've been doing. However, we're not selling coffee here anymore. You might remember we've only activated vegetable containers, which means all of the coffee packaging we're doing is selling it directly in the aerodrome only. But in the moment, we're going to be able to ship this out even faster through this border connection instead. And I really do want more trucks. I really do want that extra. That higher level transport company would be great to have. Definitely want that. We need to do something about the amount of coffee we have. It's insane. It's really, really insane. Let's make sure most of this stuff is being managed with dirty cash so that we don't have to, again, worry about the washing so much. We have 2 residences. They should be able to handle this. Yeah. Turn this all... We could do this easier, by the way. You could do this with a menu instead. So we can go in through... Get rid of that. We can go in through here, right? And you can start checking boxes and stuff and turning it into dirty money. So we have a lot of these different farms and things. But the thing is, it's just a list. So you kind of have to click it to know what's going on with it. And we have all these other buildings in here that aren't even ours because they're in a different region, right? So little things like that you have to kind of look at. Mostly we're looking for things that are on and being managed by like the transport company, for example. We could manage this with dirty money if we would just bring that dirty money into that building, which this residence should be able to handle without much issue. Actually, let's have you move some of these funds. I'll have you move, let's say 20 grand over to here because you can. So we can start getting washed a little bit more. 23,000 in legal money is not enough to do the research I want to do. We're just going to hang tight with it. But as long as we're not spending a lot of legal money, then we'll be able to spend it on research instead, which is great. And we'll also be able to spend it on this. So let's increase our loyalty even more. Bring it back up there. We're going to be over the acceptance number now, which is great. All right, confiscation is taking place here. Confiscation, 30 days, vegetable confiscation is taking place. So we cannot ship vegetables through this border anymore. We're going to switch it back to coffee. All the vegetables are now going to get shipped out of the aerodrome. And then this should just dynamically switch that and know which way to go by doing that. So we're no longer going to send vegetables via this border. And that means we're no longer needing you to be here. So I can move you over to, say, a residence to get rested. So now all the coffee goes out of this one, and all the vegetables goes out of this one, and the operation just keeps flowing. It'd be really great for me now. We need to get to 120,000 in legal money just in stock, and I'm kind of spending it, right? We're doing a lot of that. I'm wondering if I could maybe just have La Pluma be managed by the dirty money. We are bringing dirty money into this building, so he should be able to just take it out of there. And you're in the jewelry store as well. You're free though. Both of you guys are free. Yeah, so no big deal there. There's 2,000 in this charitable organization. You see all these buildings are paused because they don't have their money. It's only $1 difference on some of these farms. Not these ones. These ones are a little different, but I need them to be operational, so whatever. Look at all that money coming in. It's crazy. All those trucks moving money into the washing sites. Nuts. There's so much opium here. There's not even supposed to be opium here. What are you doing? I'm not supposed to have opium here. Damn. I'm not doing opium here. Oh, because I didn't deactivate this. So it's been bringing opium from that side. That's why. That's a problem. All right, I need Capo's help here on this. Let's move over to here. And we're going to get opium into these buildings because they keep bringing it here, which has been a big mistake. So, Capo, you're going to deliver opium. Let's bring 100 opium, 100-ish, I don't care, over to this one. So we can start processing a little faster. All right, there we go. And then what I want you to do now is you're going to deliver the rest of that opium that's in here to this one. Both of these should be able to process a lot smoother now because they've got a lot more opium to process. It's going to lead to even more profits. I just need to tell this warehouse not to accept opium and we're good. It's got a lot of coffee in here too, which we don't need it to have. So, but the thing is, we also have way too much coffee anyway. So we could probably just tell it to dip into the supply of coffee here, right? We could just say, hey, like one coffee field is enough for all of this, which is just nuts to me. Attracted the attention of police. Okay, where? Attracted government attention, but where? Where did we get the attention of the police? I don't see any cops headed my way. And this is just waiting for money to be delivered. Are you not going to deliver this? Give me my money. You don't have a whole lot left. That's a problem. That is an issue. Where did all your money go? Aren't you supposed to be going to the checkpoint to get that? Here, this residence should have... Let's remove that farm and stick... Oh, you're already in range. I mean, there's a lot of money in here. That's probably what it is. Oh, is he bored? Are you bored? Is that what this is? Capo, can I ask you a question? The lieutenant stands in the office doorway. In one hand, a thin sheet of paper, and the other, a large black bag. Por Dios, if you must, Maluca. What does under audit mean? Okay, give me that. Guillermo Falco snatches the paper from him. It says we've got $10,000 in unpaid tax. It must mean this. Then he slams the black back onto the desk and pulls it open at the top. I think he means bag. And the smell of fresh paper fills the room. So do we give it to them when they get here? Okay. So under audit, terror decreases by a small amount. That's what we need, actually, because this has got to get down before that tick box set. So I think we'll just pay it. It's fine. We're gonna keep at it. Get 10,000 in dirty money. I think we'll pay it. It's fine. I want to keep them off our backs and reduce that terror. So now the terror is way down, which is what we needed, because now, since the terror is way down, I can go ahead and take another farm over here. Need to work on taking that territory, and so I'm going to manage terror that way. I'm going to have you managed with legal money for now, because I really need you to do this. It also says that the... Oh, maybe this isn't a maintenance thing. This is you being full. Do we have the same thing happening where the trucks are not grabbing it? What is going on here? Oh, you guys are just out of range. That's what's happened. I placed this at 99%, but these warehouses, they're just out of range. So you are the one getting opium. And you should be... Oh, okay, I have to let you get opium then. These trucks are the only ones that'll pull it out. So that has to happen, unless I add another warehouse, which I don't really care to do. It's more maintenance, so I'm gonna not do that. But if I deliver this opium, let's say this much to here, that'll help a little bit. And let's also get this road connected, because we should. There we go. All right, so I also want to... Let's make sure all this opium is delivered to where it needs to be. All right, so took another field. We're gonna pause on that. We're just gonna chill for a bit. We're not gonna bother taking any more territory. Let's keep that terror down as much as we can, and we'll keep the government off our backs while we raise up enough funds to continue expanding our enterprise here. Is there anything else I can do in this? Like, there's no fertility for basically anything on this land. There's a little bit of coffee I could maybe get away with over here. It's 96% on the coffee here. There's a little bit more on the cannabis side, which might be helpful. You have... Yeah, I think you need a little bit more dried cannabis, and I could switch to a plantation here. I could, if I switch to a plantation. So the farm's maintenance is $6. Plantation's maintenance is $8. So it does make sense to switch this to a plantation if I'm able to, and I'm not. I need a tier 2 plantation in order to do that. So back to the farm, and we're gonna add another one of these right here. That 60% mark. We'll just bring that over like this, and that is out of range, but it's not out of range of that warehouse, so that's good. We can also upgrade this warehouse, give it more trucks. Definitely doing that. But since it's this warehouse that's connected to it, though, probably want to have it connected to the road and maybe even straight over, so we'll do that too. And then going on that note, we definitely have room for another one here, so we can also grab yet another farm right here and do that too, and make sure it has a road. It already does. More cannabis being dried. We have a little bit of legal money now. I'm thinking now is the time to get that workshop level 2. Yeah, it's gonna take basically all of our legal money to do this, but it's gonna be way worth it if we can make that happen. Let's move Guillermo over here. We're gonna have you deliver, let's say, 5,000 of this over here, and then we have 62,000 in legal money. Let's go ahead and grab our workshop upgrade. It's gonna really allow us to pump up the volume here, and then the only thing we really have to do the only thing we really have to deal with then is the transport company upgrade, and that will allow us to export even more stuff. We have a little bit of extra cash too. It says that our accountant is worried, which is probably because I'm spending too much money. If you spend money too quickly in this game, then what happens is you kind of draw the attention of people. Like, where's all this stuff coming from? How are they getting all this money, right? So you do have to kind of pace yourself a little bit. It does have a bit of a, I don't want to say, well, a warning, I suppose. Fill or kill. Yeah. See a fire and fill or kill. So send Roberto Gallardo to the checkpoint in the Baianas region. Deliver 100 units of opium to the Baianas region. Okay, we could do that too. Roberto needs to go to the checkpoint then. He needs to move here. Yeah. And then we've got a call from this dude. Tell me, Capo, do you like the sound of your own voice? I've been accused, but I much prefer a sweet Belureng. Belureng? I have no idea what that word is. I'm sorry. Why do you ask? La cosa es que some entrometino recorded our last meeting and is threatening to publish the Narco cassettes if we don't pay. Now, so sé tú, pero I don't think my voters would be too pleased to discover I've been talking to Le Patron of El Fuego Santo. Looks like we got a mole to hunt. Begins the Narco cassettes. If completed, terror will decrease by a medium amount. If failed, terror will increase by a small amount. We have to hunt this guy down. If I say, why is this important? Terror can go up a little bit. I don't want terror to go up a little bit, so we're going to try to hunt down this mole. I'll have one of my lieutenants aid you in the investigation. Then El Fuego Santo will take care of the rest. How would your voters feel about that? ... Your voters probably shouldn't know about it, to be honest. All right, so we have extra here. Narco cassettes. Keep a lieutenant in Balenas for 10 days to help the mayor unearth the identity of the mole. I am already doing that, so that's going to be great. I want to do this to get more loyalty. Boom. Just in case something happens. Let's get our loyalty up even more in that event. Okay, so see, we spent all that legal money we had. It's like, bam, we have 62,000. No, we don't. We're going to spend it all right now. So you're here. You're supposed to be, getting paid with that. We're going to switch you to legal money because you need to get your payment. And the quest wanted me to send you here. Yeah. Deliver 100 units of opium to the border. Well, we should be doing that actually because we're sending coffee here and that is the opium. So I would hope that we see opium headed to the border here pretty soon. We're up to loyalty acceptance again, which is great. This Roberto Delgado didn't get paid, but that's not true. He did. He just got paid again. He's just getting paid in legal money, which is kind of a... Oh, look at that flood of money. Bang, 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 bang. Like, it just comes in a huge bulk. It's kind of the problem with this little setup here is that it takes a while to ship things and then the money arrives, but once it pops here, it's going to be pretty good. 21,000, bang. There it goes. Now everybody's going to get their pay. All right. The terror being low enough, I think terror is low enough for us to go ahead and do that. So I'm going to go ahead and have you take that region for now, and then I want to check in on this Narco cassettes. Five days left. Okay. I think terror is low enough for us to take this farm without the police getting involved. At least I hope. I would like it to get like right on the line. Is what I would hope to see here. Ooh, that's very close, but we did manage to pull that off. Okay, back to the residence. So I want this to be really close to the line because if we successfully complete this mission, then the terror will decrease, and then I can take the biggest effect on that. What's up, Roberto? Que bendecidos somos, patrón, con esta vida de amor divino. What, have you been visited by an angel? Soon, mi capo, we shall all be in the presence of such grace. The church is launching a mission in service of our country's poorest. Oh, is that so? The capo does not look up from his work. Lieutenant stutters. Es que This mission will be led by La Apostol de lo Ordinario, herself, Madre Agnesa. At the sound of the name, the capo stands and throws down his pen. La Apostol de lo Ordinario? Well, why didn't you say so? This calls for... Actually, in this case, modesty as opposed to grandeur might benefit La Madre. A gran cathedral! No. Let's just see what it's going to say. So, build a church, build a cathedral, or ignore the event. Well, we could build a church, but I'm probably going to tear it down. I'm just saying. Probably just going to... I'll build the church, but, like, again, pretty sure I'm going to tear it down. Yeah. Una iglesia magnifica. Built in honor of La Madre. We only have a month until her arrival. Capo claps a hand on La Puma's shoulder. Then you'd better get to work. All right, so now we have to build a church. Oh, this is great. So Apostle of the Ordinary is here, and we need to build a church in any city I own, which is this one. So we can come over here and build a single church. It is 24,000 in dirty money is probably how we have to do this. What's the progress on the wash? We're gonna get 21 grand here pretty soon. We have a month to build this. Don't have any dirty money at the moment. This is coming in really slow, so I'm hurting here. I'm really hurting here. I'm not sure why though. Why am I hurting here? Where's all the cash going? We're not still sending vegetables here, are we? Shouldn't be. All the vegetables should be going through here. Transport company, what are you doing? Vegetables, and you send vegetables here. That's where you should be sending the vegetables. And then over here, you're sending only coffee. Where's all of our money going? I mean, I guess it's all going to launder, I suppose. I guess. If I spend the dirty, then I'm not going to be able to build it in time, I don't think. If I do the clean money, then I'm going to run out of money to wait 7 days. Damn, this is going to suck. It seems like it all goes to the border and then just like bang, 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 bang. All the money just comes rushing in all at one big time. But yeah, we're going to have to do something about that. So opium's still coming in on this side. I think we're kind of in a world of pain here, aren't we? Not doing quite as well as I thought we were on the money side of things. I mean, it comes in incrementally, but then it just leaves almost as fast as it arrives, it seems. Like, there's some legal money. Okay, so to be fair, I am doing lots of, like, loyalty stuff through, like, my charitable organization. I keep hitting this button, so that is taking a significant amount of resources in that regard. So there is that. I do wish I could pin more than one quest at a time. Well, I guess I can. It just displays... Okay, I see. It just displays it only one at a time. So I want to see all three of these. I don't necessarily need this. It does look like, though, we're not actually delivering the opium to the checkpoint. So... Does it have to be just straight up opium? Like, do we just bring straight up opium to the checkpoint? That can't be right. Right? I mean, let's see. Maybe that is right. I don't know. I'll send 100 opium to the checkpoint. Let's see if it gets us progress on that. Boom. There's opium to the checkpoint. Yeah, 22. Okay, well, we'll empty this warehouse by doing that then. This warehouse has a whole bunch of dried cannabis in it, so it is not being processed by the warehouse fast enough. And you have vegetables, and you just... I guess you're just not processing it fast enough. We should probably do this. I don't know why this isn't done already. That should have been done a long time ago. Definitely want another workshop, I think, here. Which we have to pay for, of course. And I have a whole lot of money left to do such a thing, but... and try to get that in to fit right here, I guess. Workshop there would be good to get and processing this a little bit faster. We'll manage that with the dirty money too. All right, so there's our timers on all sorts of stuff. Definitely have that. Narco cassettes is complete. Narco cassettes 2 has started. Excuse me? Capture farm enemy building in Rio Manos region within 21 days. That is doable if we can get the terror to decrease. We need to get the terror down in order to do that. Which is not something that Kumar can help me with. And I don't think it's something he can help me with either. Man, nobody can really help me with that. I can hit this button and constantly spend the legal money to handle the loyalty, but I think we're okay here. You know, local people help you in the war. We don't really have that problem right now. So I think we're good on the loyalty. We just need to really focus on making sure our places are not overloaded, because that does generate terror. In case you're wondering, the red buildings, whenever they're full, that does generate terror as well. We're going to get the 10,000 legal money granted. Kill or kill is not complete, so you need to go back over to this building, and then you can stay here to get us that extra route for dried cannabis, which they're not confiscating things anymore, it doesn't look like. So let's put both, just ship it out, and then I think I'm gonna just have them send straight up opium here to the car, or to the, yeah, we have a lot of extra opium, so I'm thinking I'm just gonna take this extra opium and I'm going to move it over to like 144 of it. Just move it straight to the aerodrome. We'll just ship it out just like this. No big deal. I think getting this up is going to be a really big deal. There we go. And then I could maybe use some of this extra coffee if we have a lot still. We're still like really good on coffee here. Oh yeah, so much coffee. So I'm thinking I'm gonna have you take the dried cannabis and coffee. Because we have so much of it, we can have you bring that coffee up into here, and the dried cannabis can get brought over here too. There we go. Now we can start packaging that and move everything across the border a lot better. So the next thing we really need to research at this point is the transport company and get that upgraded, or drop a second one, which might have to happen. But how much would it cost me to drop a second one? I would rather just do another one, but if it's cheaper, if it's gonna work better, then I just do this. Transport company could be right here, I guess. And this one would just be exclusively to the border from right here. It's in range of the other residents, so it would be cheaper. Yeah, we probably should just get a second one. Is this one overloaded? It does have quite a lot of containers. It's just not moving it fast enough, so that does actually seem to be happening. I just need to make sure it's placed in range of all these warehouses, right? Like, is that in range of... It's not in range of these ones, but it's in range of these ones, which is pretty good. I just wish I could place it right here. It'd be perfect. I don't think that'll fit there. No. I can get rid of this road and maybe get it closer, but if I ditch this road, I might be able to fit that. It might let me put it here if I ditch this road. It's a little extra expense to get rid of it because it's gravel, but if I ditch that road right now, let's see what happens. If I pull this back, can I fit another transport company right in here? Right in here. No. It's just a little bit too close. So I'm thinking what it might be better here is to take this cannabis field out of here. We'll get rid of this cannabis field. We'll put the other transport company here instead, because upgrading it is going to be pretty difficult. With the workshop upgrade going now, the transport company 2 research is 22,000, which is really expensive. I think I'm probably gonna need 2. We're better off having 2 to really start moving things around a little better. So we're gonna take that cannabis field out of here. We're gonna replace it with a cannabis field on this side instead. Right about here should be fine. Right there should be fine. Get ourselves a little road into there. No big deal. It's just in range, I think, of this building. We'll know if the dirty money gets delivered to build it. If the dirty money doesn't come in to build it, then we'll know it's not in range. Because there has to actually be dirty money in here in order to do that. And yes, it got delivered. So we know it's in range of the residence. This thing is generating terror right now because of all the containers. We just need another transport company. It has to happen. So we're going to go ahead and put this like that. And give me one more transport company. Not enough dirty money. Okay, well then build it with this. Come on. You were just about to let me do it right there. Yep. Right there. Build it with the clean money. I don't care. Do it like that. Give it another road on this side too. All right. We're going to go none. And then we're going to go like that. And then you need a connection. Send it to the border and also to the aerodrome. Go. Now we should see all sorts of wonderful things. Hoping anyway that we see all sorts of wonderful things. Connect that, and then also we'll connect this because that's a workshop, so we don't need to connect that. Never mind. All right. So now it's just a matter of all these things are just overloaded right now. Workshops should be able to get upgraded the moment this research is done. And then now we are still very full on coffee. It is incredible how much coffee we have. And we're going to generate a lot of... there's just so much opium in here. So much opium. I got to have another warehouse, right? We got to move product faster. Just not working out, man. I got to do it. We got to have more trucks moving product here. I'm going to have another warehouse right here. I just don't see... I mean, there's a ways around it, maybe, but it just needs to happen. I want faster production. Faster everything, okay? Give me faster everything. Upgrade this building. Give me more trucks. Get out there and do the things, okay? Workshop 2 is done. We're going to go ahead and upgrade that one and that one. Those are the high volume ones. These ones here are fine for now. There we go. You should be able to produce even faster now. Should also have more storage space so that you're less likely to you're less likely to have any issues there with storage. So both of you are able to produce a lot faster now. Whip through that coffee hopefully a lot better. This church, right? We still haven't built it yet. Need to. 24,000 and I think I really just I want to spend the legal money to do it, I think. It is 4,000 extra cash to do it with dirty, and we're so set up to wash it. We're about to have that legal money, so I think I'm just going to go ahead and do it. So we'll build the church with the legal money. It's only 3 days. We can satisfy that quest. Narco Cassettes wants us to capture a farm. I think we have enough terror to do that, or enough terror leeway there to do that. So we'll go ahead and capture this farm. Is it any farm specific, or is it just... this says capture enemy farm. Okay, so we're going to capture that. That'll satisfy that too. We'll get that farm going. Terror is going to rise. Terror is going up, 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 and away. I actually think maybe putting you back is a good idea. Doesn't that give you another slot? No. Doesn't give you another slot. Well, that's okay. We'll just... yeah, are you... accepting anything else? You should be accepting both things. I want to ship everything out of here. There we go. Narco Cassettes 2 is completed. Move you back to the residence. And then we should get the Apostle of the Ordinary done pretty quick here too. That's the only one that's left that has a timer on it, and we're done now. Let's go ahead and listen to what they've got to say from here. Look at Madre Agnesa. She's like... everything's like so dark in there, you know, that lighting on her. La Ola, the Pot, a neighborhood stricken with poverty and gang violence, is usually given a wide berth by the city's polite society. But today, crowds pack its narrow alleys and avenues, all trying to catch a glimpse of Madre Agnesa, la Apostol de lo Ordinario, as she addresses the meek, moneyless and malnourished. Remember, pain, sorrow, suffering are but the kiss of Jesus. But the kiss of Jesus probably is what they should say. La Madre arrives the steps of the newly constructed Santuario de Nuestro Señor del El Huevo and finds its founder, Guillermo Falco, waiting. Madre Agnesa, bienvenidos a nuestro santuario. Por favor, allow me to introduce myself. Sister looks beyond him at the sanctuary, an immaculate intrusion into the heart of Loyola. I know who you are. Perdona, Madre. Have I caused you offense? Madre Agnesa sighs noisily through pursed lips. Poverty was not created by God. It is we who have caused it, through your egotism. Is that so? Therefore, it is not I that you offend with this monument to your vanity, but God. So I shouldn't have built anything. Not even a church. Just like nothing is what I should have built. Okay. Permítame a chance to atone for my pride. I will not repent my success, dear sister. No, a chance to atone for my pride sounds fine. A path to humility. Maybe I can gain loyalty from the people through this quest line here after all. Permítame a chance to atone for my pride. Madre Agnesa smiles and draws across Capo's person. Se perdono. God does not require us to succeed. He only requires that you try. Okay. So build a charitable foundation in any city you own. I've already done this. Restore three of villages. I've already done this though. Okay, good. It's giving me credit for that. Whew. I was like, dude, don't make me build another one. All right, good. Restore 3 of the villages. Now that is something I don't know how to do because I don't have any villages. I don't think. How do I restore 3 villages? Hold on, let's pin this stupid thing. I don't know how to restore 3 villages because I have yet to see a village. I don't see any villages on the whole damn map yet. I mean, there's just nothing here, right? I mean, unless I'm just confused and they've changed the way they look. That's a dugout. Like, I have yet to see like what I traditionally see as a village on the map. Normally, they're like little towns that you can buy stuff from, but I haven't seen that. And maybe they changed the way it looks, but that's just a circus in the town. That's something in the town. That's something in the town. These are all just fields. How do I restore 3 villages? I don't know. I'm gonna have to look at that, and I think I'll go ahead and research that and do it for next time. Okay, guys? Next time on Cartel Tycoon. It looks like dude has become volatile, probably because he's just not getting his promotion as he wants. So now he's volatile against me. I'm not sure how that happened. Became disaffected. I guess that's fine. You were kind of useless to me anyway, bro. But he's no longer part of my organization. Guess I'll have to take him out. If I open his profile and promote him, will he be happy then? Here, I'll promote you, okay? You can have Dryer 1. Now you're zealous? That's it? That's all it takes to get you back on my side, huh? A promotion. Okay, cool. Donate. A priest will mention you in every sermon as a pious guardian of the church. Oh, isn't that nice? And of course, the church will also be another point of laundering money too. So it's not a complete waste to have this. It's another point of laundering money as well. So we could also send money over there too. I think though that I do have one. I do have one left. Okay, I wasn't sure if I had another connection point on these residences, but I do. I need to get this workshop. I think this workshop specifically can be detached now, and I can bring this over to here. The residents had that workshop so that I could have that be managed by dirty money. But now that I have this one, I can just use this one for it instead. So now we can send money to the other location to be laundered as well. So that's great. I do need to figure out what to do though about these villages. So I'm going to leave you here so that I can look at that before the time runs out. Okay. Thanks for watching. I do appreciate you. I hope you'll join me next time for some more Cartel Tycoon. Bye-bye.